Right, breaking news coming in. Headlines today has accessed the Home Ministry report on the Assam violence. This report has blamed political workers within the Congress party who are opposed to Tarun Gogoi for fomenting trouble in the state. We'll get Kamaljeet Sandhu on the phone line for more on the story. Kamal, in fact, we'll get here in a short while from now. But remember, this is something that Subhir Bhaumik was speaking to us earlier in the day. He said that there is a faction of the Congress party that wants Tarun Gogoi out. And he did not really go to the extent of blaming them for the violence, but that's what this Home Ministry report has gone on to say. Remember, the Prime Minister's office had asked the Home Ministry to submit a report on the reasons that really sparked the recent spate of violence in Assam. Kamaljeet, the report blaming political workers within the Congress party who are opposed to Tarun Gogoi. Are there any other reasons apart from this political reason that has been given for the recent violence?
Well, at this point of time, there is a talk about conspiracy theory. And remember, Tarun Gogoi has not had things going well for him. For some time now, there was also stone pelting on his cavalcade. We also saw there were certain protests even for his leadership. And there is a report with the MHA which clearly points out that there is a certain protest which is happening, which is being fanned by detractors of Tarun Gogoi. So clearly blaming the Congress infight and a rift within the Congress party men for the specific reasons. That one part of the reason for Assam violence and disturbance is a rift within Congress party itself.
Kamaljeet, that there is an anti-Gogoi faction active within the Congress is no secret. There have been meetings that have taken place over the issue within the Congress party as well. But what really are the Home Ministry's recommendations as far as the violence and the aftermath of this violence is concerned in Assam?
You know that the Home Minister had actually sent the MOS home, Kiran Rijiju, to have a meeting with both the Chief Ministers of Nagaland as well as Assam. But the fact remains that there has been a certain disturbance which is happening in Assam, especially after the drubbing Congress got in the Lok Sabha elections. And there was a huge question which was raised on Tarun Gogoi's leadership, many even asking that he should actually step down. That obviously did not happen, and we've seen certain cycle of violence which has been happening. Whilst in the disturbed area, which is on the border area of Nagaland and Assam, the other being the Golaghat issue, which is a law and order issue. But there are specific reports which point out that there is infighting, as I mentioned earlier, which is one of the main reasons that there are people within the party who are not happy with Tarun Gogoi, who are fanning this kind of violence, which is a serious concern for the Congress party. But remember, this is a part of the status report which was submitted to the Prime Minister's office after Nirpinder Mishra, the Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister, had sought a report from MHA.
The question really, Kamal, is will the buck stop with the Assam Chief Minister? But because this appears to be, addressing a symptom, not really the problem per se.
Definitely, and that is why you see MOS home Kiran Rijiju has been rushed to Guwahati. He's not only met the northeastern chief ministers, but he's having a specific meeting with both Nagaland as well as Assam Chief Minister. The MHA is also going to talk to them, not only to solve the border issue, but also to ask the CMs to make an appeal to the people to keep peace in the community, that there should no longer be any sort of violence. Remember, there are people who have been displaced, more than 8 lakh people. Home Ministry has also suggested that these people should be sent back to their respective homes because different communities and different groups staying in one camp is leading to further disturbance. So they want immediate steps to be taken by the states. But remember, law and order situation is a state subject. Even though the central forces have been sent, additional forces, 5 companies we know have been sent by Ministry of Home Affairs. They're trying to arrange additional companies in the state, but largely what happens is also a huge political debate, the politics of things also coming into the scheme, and that is why an appeal will be sent from HM so that both the chief ministers ask people to maintain peace and respect the law and order situation.
All right, Kamaljeet, we leave it at that for now. The MHA has submitted its report. The report goes on to blame political workers within the Congress party who are opposed to Tarun Gogoi for fomenting trouble in the state. But the question really is if the MHA report is really addressing the moot issue here of the violence that has taken place over the last few days and continues with the army now being called in to really clamp down.